Guys, welcome back to the channel for a giant action figure review slash overview of Hank Pym, the Giant Man. Not this giant man, but that giant man, the Haslab Giant Man. This thing is big. It took me a little bit just to get the setup for this review and overview. Leave it in the comments. Did you guys pick one up? If you did, why? If you didn't, why not? And also, I'm kind of curious to see if our Giant Man is going to have the googly eyes. I think it's two left-facing eyes that everybody's getting. From the reactions from everybody, the giant size, or the Giant Man is really, really impressive. So he is not as tall as the Galactus, which I'll show you here in a little bit. And obviously he's a lot bigger than our average Marvel Legends figure. And here we go. We got the 2-pack that I got a couple months ago, I think it was. So we picked this up because we'll have the Wasp to go with Giant Man, if you guys could see it there. So just hang tight, guys. We're going to do a quick overview of the outer box, and then we'll start carefully opening it up, look at some of the accessories as far as the different head sculpts, look at the googly eyes. We'll bring them out and look at some paint apps, look at the articulation, and then of course do some size comparison. So guys, sit back. Let's see if this is a giant win for the Avengers or just another sad story. So here we go. Since this thing is dynamic, I'm actually going to use a little handheld while we record and just kind of go from top to bottom. It might be easier that way. Same thing when we pull out the figure. So right up top, you got Marvel Legends series Haslab number 3. And you got the giant size Avengers, and you got right there Giant Man with the white antenna. And if I'm not mistaken, he comes with black antenna. There's the Wasp that we called out earlier. Come down here, and on the box, you see Black Widow, Iron Man, Thor, Cap, Hawkeye, and the Hulk. On the side, you have Marvel Legends and a different portraits of our Avengers on the side of the box. Up top, you see the Marvel Legends logo, and then you got the Avengers 60 Years of Earth's Mightiest. Here in the back, you got a nice city scene, but when you scroll a little bit further down, it's not so nice when you got some Ultron dead in the street. So you can see that there has been some battle there. So, well, let's go ahead and pull Giant Man out and see what we have. So I forgot to mention, the box came in the standard Hasbro delivery as far as the two outer packages, the shipper box and then the inner box, and then of course this. I did a good examination of this. There was no issue. Actually, when it was dropped off, and I'll show you a picture right here, the actual tape was cut. And it didn't look like it was just rubbed and open. It looked like someone took a knife and opened it. So, so far, no damage to anything, but we'll figure this out here in a second. The thing is huge. This definitely is not the easiest review to do because of how big the box is. And of course, I could have done it the other way as far as the camera panned way out with me behind it, but this gives us a little bit more detail when we can hold it a lot closer. There he is, but before we start really looking at the figure, show you guys standard legal information that comes with it, and here is instruction booklet, I'm guessing. Been watching some of the reviews. The head has a unique way of porting into the body, so we'll look at that a little bit closer. And then also when we get to the head sculpt and the mask, I saw this, I think on the Hasbro guys, they were showing you guys how to do this. You're gonna have to flare out the mask, use like your thumb to go ahead and pry up the back part of the mask, and then of course insert, I'm guessing, the different eyeballs, the lefties, and then go that way. So we'll figure it out. But here we go, Giant Man, Hank Pym. Hank Pym in the flesh. Let's go ahead and go handheld for a second. There he is. There's the head sculpts right there. Nice plastic all the way down. What's here? Hey, he's got feet. our giant man's complete. He has feet. All right, we can pull him out in his body bag. There you go. We will pull him out with his body bag. Heavy figure, I think it was like 9 pounds is what we read on the outside of the box. So here's Hank Pym. I'm gonna go lay him down for a second and then we will look at his head sculpts and then I will remove the bag from the figure so we can look at that better. All right guys, I dropped the camera angle down just a little bit and we could see our 3 head sculpts here and the antenna. You got, looks like 2 sets of black and then 2 sets of the white. But yeah, I dropped it down so we could get a little bit more light and a little bit more of a close-up of his head sculpts. Now he does have one on the body right now, so this is the other 3. So total of 4 if you think about it. So these look like the straightforward eyes. Let's check the back to make sure that they're ported in. You can see how easily they come right out. So good detail. Looks like a hazel type of eyes. Good definition up here in the eyebrows. Really good detail in the nose. You can see that it's not symmetrical. You know, he's flaring up a little bit. It's not like a cookie cutter where they just said, here's a nose even on each side. They did some good detail to include a little dimple right there. Good shading right around the cheeks. And then into the teeth. It looks like he flosses and brushes them well. Good chin. And even around the chin, you can see kind of the pores of his chin. This is very, very cool. And then going to the back, like we said, here's his eyeballs. They come right out. And these are the straightforward ones, if I'm not mistaken. And you can see here that there's only a specific way that it will fit in here. Now I see this. Does this come out? For his teeth? Maybe? I'm not going to mess with it. I didn't see anyone else do it, so I won't. I'm not that adventurous. All right, so that's, sorry for sitting on that one for a little bit, but that's one. Here's the creepy one, left looking creepy one. I like this one the best because it looks very odd. See, he's looking at you. He's like, you ready for this? And one that I might keep on through Halloween is the zombie head sculpt. Did these eyes come out too? They should come out. So what you could actually do is take those eyes and interchange them and show maybe the progression of him going from alive to the undead. Very good looking zombie. Eyebrows, got some white dry brushing up there, looks like right around here in the nostrils. You can see his cavity of his skull and everything. Gingivitis going on, probably a couple cavities. Little purple hue, I guess, around the pimples, warts, whatever you guys want to call it. Very awesome looking head sculpt. And the antenna. Here are the white ones. Okay. And I think the black ones, I think there was 2. Okay, yeah. So this one, I don't know if you guys can see it in the video there. It looks like it's got some damage, meaning it probably, not probably, but I'll probably put that, not probably, I will put that one with the zombified head sculpt. And here are the black ones. Cool. All right, so that's the 3 head sculpts and the antennae. Let's just stop playing around. Let's bring out Giant Man. Very impressed with Giant Man. When I'm pulling him out, the first thing that I'm experiencing, other than the visual, how stunning and bright the colors are, but you know, to the touch, the detail on the straps, the suit, you know, his hands, even the musculature right here, you know, the abs. I mean, he's got a 28 pack. That's how much this guy is he's in good shape. The buys, you know, deltoid. I'm over here doing, you know, a little bodybuilding tips on here. If you need to work on your quads, just follow Ant-Man. But seriously, the detail on the suit and the musculature of the body itself is tremendous. And of course, just getting it, I didn't have to move him too much to get him to stand and pose. but they are ratcheted, which we'll get to here in a second. I'm going to go handheld and get a little bit more in depth and closer to the figure itself. That way you guys can hopefully see within the light and the way the camera is. And I didn't put the antenna in yet. And he does have his left eyes right there, but the sculpt, the head sculpt, is still like the other ones, very, very good looking. Awesome detail on Giant Man. Good job, Hasbro. And again, I know some of you guys, the price, and you know, we didn't hit the other tier, which would have gave us a scroll face, which I wouldn't have used, but I know a lot of you guys would have. But it fits my need. I really want to set him up in the zombie look because we'll put him with the few zombie characters that I have from Marvel Legends. So we'll go on the left side real quick, his left side, just like the other. Let's go ahead and spin him around. Oh man, look at that. This guy's a specimen. He's a giant man. Come down to the glutes. He works out. This is a very, I swear guys, this is not a muscle fitness video, but this thing is very impressive. This thing, Giant Man Hank Pym, is very impressive coming out of the box. Actually, before we get to articulation, I just want to go ahead and focus in on his harness, his belt, the detail on there. This does not look like it wants to move, so it looks like it's in place, but this does flex. So when you get him into the ab crunch, it'll flex. And there's that detail. I guess if this was made out of leather. Very good. I don't know if you guys can see the zippers. Does have toe articulation. For a big guy, toe articulation. Come on, guys. And then his boots. I mean, even his boots look really good. Okay, let's get to some articulation and see what Hank Pym can do. All right, let's look at some head articulation. He can look left. Will it go all the way around? Yep. So he can 360. Can he go tilt left or right? Doesn't seem like he wants to. Can he go down? Let's see how far down he could go. That's pretty good. Chin down. Look up, like you're looking up at Galactus, which we'll show you guys here in a little bit. Keep him here for the shoulders. Pretty good shoulders. Look way out there above the 90. Down. You guys can hear the ratchet. Can 360 all the way around. Bicep swivel. Very nice. Let's see how your, oh wow, snap, crackle, and pop. And that's like not tough, but it's giving you a positive ratchet, which is very nice to feel and see. There you go. Let's do this. Since we're here, let's look at his hand. Can wrist in, wrist out. Swivels all the way around. This is actually he's actually pretty easy to do a review on because he stands there. Like the other figures are so small, you gotta kind of hold them in your hand. So look, I'm just there. High five. High five. Big hands. Actually, you know what? Look at that. 3.5. That's big. About 3 inch from palm to there. Finger articulation. Ooh, it's a little tough. I don't know if those will ratchet, but each digit should go. There we go. Okay, there's his pinky. A little tough. Don't break. All right, I'm not gonna break these yet. I'll warm them up. Yeah. Interesting. Where Galactus, his fingers were pretty easy to manipulate. This one's a little bit tougher. So I don't know if it's the texture and everything, but it has a thumb swivel there. Yeah, like that. Thumb swivel. Thumbs can go in and out, but right here at the joint. There we go. We got that one. There you go. Little tough. Interesting, but that means it's going to keep its position, its texture right there. So once you get it, you got to actually put something in there to hold it. So interesting. That's the his right hand. Let's see if I have the same issues with his left hand. But let's check this real quick. Make sure that we don't have any issues. Okay, so we get the 360 there. Bicep swivel, looking good there. Ratchet at his left elbow, which is good. Here's his hands. Thumb's good. Oh, this is even tougher. He's over here. I need 10. Give me a second. Give me a second so I can loosen up my hands. We'll work on that later. Let's go to the rest of the body. Right here, the upper torso. Because of the strap, you won't be able to twist it too far, but it does twist, and it does have a pretty good crunch right at the diaphragm. Wow. Look at that. Pretty interesting. Okay, just pulling back up. Upper diaphragm. That's awesome. I'm really digging that ratchet, man. It's giving you that sense of security, you know, when you're moving them. It's tight, but makes you feel good, especially with an expensive figure like that. Does he twist? Oh, he only twists at the diaphragm? That doesn't have any waist twist? No, I guess not. I don't want to hurt. I'm going to go look at other reviews too, but I guess he doesn't. I thought he swiveled at the waist. I guess just up here at the upper diaphragm is where you're going to have to do it. Again, giant man, he's not trying to do like any Spider-Man poses. Actually, someone did put him in a Spider-Man pose. I can't remember who it was. It looked pretty cool. Let's get you back on kilter. Let's go to his legs. Let's see how his side. Wow, that's pretty good. You go out, not exactly 90, but pretty good. See how far you could kick. Okay, that ratchet was off of his body, but not his legs, so he could kick pretty good up. Swivel at the thighs. And then his knees. Oh, wow. Very nice. Very cool. While I got him up here, let's go ahead and look at the ankle. Let's look at his boot, actually. Look at the detail of his boot. Toe articulation. You guys can't see that, can you? Toe articulation there. You can almost kick his backside right there. And then ankle forward. And it does rock. Very awesome. Just like your this is a standard Marvel Legend figure, except on Hank Pym science. Go to his left leg. Same thing, I'm hoping. Ooh, a little tough. Little tough. Got it up. Got it right there. Little tough. Okay. Swivel at the thigh. His legs. There you go. Ankle, same. Toe down. Toe articulation. And rocks at the ankle. All right, guys, that was the body articulation. Let's see if we can mess with his head. I just dropped his head. He's okay. So the innards of the neck area, there you go. Looks like a dumbbell. Yeah, just with this piece on top of it. And it ratchets. Very cool. So that's the innards of that. I guess you could say his spine. Is that 1 through 5 right there? There's his head again, and there's the inside. So that ports right in there. Let's see if we can follow the directions. Okay, there goes the flaps. You guys can see. Take the flaps out, and then I think they said back here, put your thumb there. A little tough. Okay, one more time. Once you get the flaps open, then you go right here, thumb his chin, almost like the tilt chin lift when you're doing CPR. Okay, there you go. I had to kind of work it that side. There you go. Well, it's kind of just work it like that. There we go. And you got to put constant pressure here. Then you could come out. There you go. There's his helmet or his mask. Now we're going to do faceplate. Ooh, googly eyes. So yeah, let's do that. So you could just keep those eyes there, the left looking eyes, because he has left looking eyes here. We'll go ahead and take out these eyes. Go and start singing the song, Michael Cera, These Eyes. And you got the ports there. They go right in. There you go. There is that. I'm going to keep the helmet off just for now, just so you guys can see. That's the head sculpt that I'm probably going to keep. And then Marsha's going to be like, why? He looks creepy. And I'm like, because he looks creepy. So let's pretend, no, let's go ahead and take this off. Keep those eyes with that. We'll go to the straightforward eyes and the mean face. That's what it will look like right there. And then of course, the one that I know a lot of you guys want to see is the zombie head sculpt. And this one I will actually put the his mask back on. His helmet, mask, whatever you guys want to call it. But let's see, is that going to sit right? There. And should be the opposite, right? Should kind of hover down there. Push the back in. And you could feel it positively connect right in there. Connect his little helmet to the front. And you can see there that little notch. Before we put the head back on, let's go ahead and port in his antenna. I don't think it really matters which way, but most pictures have it kind of doing this. You know, I don't know. It's up to you. We're gonna do it like this because I don't think it really matters. It's antenna. They're supposed to go where they want to. We'll go ahead and see if it'll positively lock in there. And it does. There you go. There's your zombie giant man. And again, he's giving you the hold up, wait a minute look. Hold up, wait a minute. Why am I looking like a zombie? Because it's Halloween, pal. Happy Halloween, trick or treat. There he is, our giant man with, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I love this look of giant man. I mean, he's giant. He has nothing to fear except playing miniature golf. Let's get the tape measure out. Make sure that he is as tall as he's supposed to be. What do you guys see on camera there? Right about 2 feet. I think because of the angle of the camera, but what I'm looking at from my point of view. Right at 24 inches, it's supposed to be. You know what? We didn't do wingspan. Oh, you know what? I forgot, during articulation, I forgot to do butterflies, guys. Look at that. How dare I forget about the butterfly? So yeah, let's see him do a fingertip to fingertip. Look at that. Come on, man. Who doesn't want a giant man in their collection? Ish. Yep, 2 feet. 2 feet by 2 feet. What do you say? What do you hear? What do you say? It's phenomenal. I'm gonna have fun with this action figure. Action figure. It's hard to say. A 24-inch by, you know, if he's fully wingspan, 24-inch action figure. This is nuts. He's nutty. He is the giant man. You know what? I think I might do the side eye on this one because I think it'll just add to the attitude of him. Let's pull out Galactus. Let's see how they compare. Guys, I don't know if this is like a awkward family photo, you know, like father and son or whatever may be. That's significant because, you know, I'm handling giant man for the past, you know, however many minutes and how impressed I am. Then I look at Galactus, and yeah, from his head to the very top of his helmet there ish, what, about 8? Well, let's just say to the top of the helmet, about 6 inches more, which, let's see, 24. No, it's supposed to be bigger, but you know, you guys get what I'm saying. There's a significant size difference. I mean, he's got his hands on the shoulder saying, I will crush you, giant man, within a heartbeat. But since we're doing a quick photo op, let's pose. Here we have Hank Pym with Janet Van Dyne, Wasp. Just opened her up so you could see. And yeah, look at that. She's a smaller figure, but still, you know, 1/12 scale. Shows that size difference right there. Let's get the rest of the Avengers out and see how we can make this look. Look at that face. That is absolutely my style. Maybe not her style. Janet doesn't look too happy right there. But who else is happy? These guys down here, the Avengers. Hulk, Black Widow, Cap, Iron Man, Thor, and our Hawkeye. Finally joined with Wasp and Hank Pym here as Giant Man. I'm happy I got him. I am not a big Marvel Legends collector, but if I can somehow get this to work in a display where I can, you know, elevate the rest of the heroes up, or just have him sit, you know, his legs crossed, I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting. Pretty interesting setup. Very happy to have it. Marsha came upstairs and asked me what, you know, the whole left eye thing. So I think this one right here, he is, let me focus. I think this one right here, he is looking left, but kind of left and up. So if they're going to say that the variance is, you know, left at a, I guess you could say 90 degree, and then this one left and a little bit more up. If they're going to say that that's a variant, and you know, it is, you can tell it's a little bit different, but dude, it doesn't have to get that particular. Just go left or right. Thank you guys for always tuning in. Thank you guys for all the support. If you liked the video, like, make sure you put your comments down there. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, bell for notifications. Always enjoy the ride. We'll see you guys next time.